Welcome to our 5 on 5. Please welcome this guy. He had to come real far. Jack Church, our chief meteorologist. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Craig.
Thanks for coming.
It's fun to venture to this side of the studio.
Yeah, I'm sitting on that side, right?
Yeah.
You're normally over there on the green screen.
I'm on the hot seat.
Yeah, it's a little different. All right, here come the tough questions. So everyone can tell you love being on TV.
Yeah.
You know, you've got stories to share, and that's one of the great things about watching you do weather. How did you get into this business? Because you were destined for it, it seems.
Yeah, actually, when I was a kid, I used to drive my parents crazy. I had a cassette tape recorder, if anybody remembers what they are. I would turn the volume down on the television and pretend to announce the baseball games and record them and listen to myself. I used to send them to Jack Buck in St. Louis, the Cardinal announcer.
Legend.
He would write me back and give me tips. And so that kind of led into doing some radio work in high school and in college. And then while I was in college, I started working in television at a little ABC affiliate in Jackson, Tennessee. And I did sports and weather there. And I did television across the country for a few years, then decided, I want to do something else. So I started learning the sales side of the business and got into sales management in television for a while. Actually was at KOBI.
That's amazing.
In the early 2000s, yeah. Made a disaster of the sales department, so I went back to doing weather again. And then later,
Not true, he's joking.
it was fun. We loved it here. And then I got back into another side of the business where I sold television equipment to television stations. And I went to virtually every television station around the country. I sold television automation for their master control rooms, and then I sold weather systems for a weather radar company and another company called AccuWeather that people have worked for. I also spent some time with the Denver Broncos Rockies Network, working in sponsorship sales with them for a while.
I didn't even know that one, Jack.
Yeah, I did that for a while, yeah. And then eventually, but I've always enjoyed doing the different things related to and in and around broadcasting. And then coming back here was a real homecoming, getting back into weather again. I did weather over in Bend for a few years, so I love this part of the country. And I just love telling stories to people. You know, you said that, and I enjoy it, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. All right, well, that's a good segue for us to take a commercial break because we got a lot more stories to share. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with NBC5 Chief Meteorologist Jack Church. Good to see you, sir.
Yes.
So we're talking about your career and how many cool different things you've gotten to do. How did you get into weather?
You know, oddly enough, it's during my high school years. I grew up on Kentucky Lake. People may have seen, we ran a little promotion about it, but it's in Tennessee. And I loved fishing, and I saved up and bought a boat and started taking people fishing as a guide service. Crappie fishing. And so obviously I needed to check the weather the night before, see what conditions were going to be like for the next day's fishing, and from there we move forward.
Yeah, you never know where the world's going to take you.
No, I never dreamed I would be doing this. I really didn't. I knew I wanted to work in radio and television in some capacity, and it all worked out just tremendously.
And you and your wife and your kids too, I'm sure, love to get outdoors, and that's kind of dovetailed with your love of the weather.
Oh yeah, we love to hike. We've always had boats. We golf. All the outdoor activities. We love to be outdoors, and of course that's one of the great attributes we have here in Southern Oregon, Northern California is. You can't beat this for outdoor activities.
Yeah, indeed. So, random facts. You told me that you've met 3 sitting U.S. presidents.
I have.
Share the story, please.
Well, when I was in high school, working for the high school newspaper, I met Jimmy Carter on the campaign trail in Nashville and got to ask him a couple of questions. Then later, I got to play a hole of golf with Gerald Ford. It was a celebrity golf tournament in Memphis, Tennessee, the Danny Thomas Classic. Phil Donahue was there, Danny Thomas, Marlo Thomas. It was unbelievable. I'm a young kid. I was starstruck.
I'm sure.
And then the third one was George W. Bush. When I worked in Bakersfield, I was working in television and went to an event there and got to sit at a little table kind of like this. He came over and sat with us for a few minutes, then went and met some other people.
That's nice. Yeah, you got to work the room when you're the president. You got to shake a lot of hands,
yes,
of course.
Definitely.
Both parties can agree on this.
Exactly. And he was very cordial. We enjoyed the conversation.
Good. Okay, so one of the things I noticed you didn't mention it, when you played golf with President Ford, the Secret Service, they were pretty close. They weren't entirely comfortable with you holding a golf club next to the president. It's not about you. It's just the fact that you're holding what could be a lethal weapon.
Yeah, there was not a lot of chit-chat between me and President Ford, okay? Let's just put it that way. It was more of a photo moment, and but it was a lot of fun, though. It really was.
Excellent. Okay, and people know you're wearing kind of, it looks more like Gators colors right now.
Not the Gators.
Is that, what would you call that?
This would be more of almost a Tennessee orange. The shirt definitely is. I'm a huge Tennessee volunteer
fan. Closer to Auburn
fan.
than Tennessee. That's where I'm going.
I need to get a different tie, I guess. But
okay. Well, it's good. I like
the shirt definitely is.
Yeah, it's a nice color. So yeah, you're a big SEC guy. You're a
SEC
Tennessee Vol,
Yep.
correct? Okay,
Well,
so
of all, I went to school actually at a small school called Lambeth College, then later
okay.
finished at Mississippi State. But when you grow up in Tennessee, you're a Tennessee Volunteer fan for life.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
That's fair.
But we love college sports, and like you, I did some sports early in my career. And even out here, we've kind of adopted both the Ducks and Beavers. We go to their games. We just love college athletics.
yeah, you do a great job getting out in the community and meeting everybody. So what tailgating tips do the folks out west here need to learn from the South? Putting you on the spot.
You really are. I tell you what, the Southeastern Conference, and people know this, if you've ever been to games there, the atmosphere is unbelievable.
They're massive.
It's a little more laid back in the Pac-12 when you go to games here. It's a little more laid back, a little more casual. In the SEC, I mean, it's down to business. It's all day, sun up to sundown, but both are still great venues.
Okay, very good. Good to see you, man. Thank
you.
Thanks for coming all the way from the green screen.
Oh, it was fun. I'm all tired now.
You're done.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
I'll go finish weather now.
Yeah, good call.
All
Thanks
right.
for joining us. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Jack.